everyone. Thanks for joining us on Fox 23 News. Conference USA play opens Saturday for Southern Miss as the Golden Eagles are coming off a huge win at South Dakota just 1 week ago. Conference play tips off against La Tech on their home court tomorrow at 4 o'clock. The Golden Eagles are off to their best start through 12 games, sitting at 8-4 since the 2011-12 NCAA tournament season. USM just topped South Dakota, a team who was 30-4 at home since they opened their new arena. This will be the fourth of a 6-game road stretch for Southern Miss. They'll return home on January 10th as they host Middle Tennessee for their first in what will be 30 days. Meanwhile, the number 19 Mississippi State men return home from the holiday break to take on BYU at Humphrey Coliseum tomorrow. This marks the third time that the two will meet on the court and the second opponent from the West Coast Conference that the Bulldogs will meet this season. This marks the final non-conference test for Mississippi State. Following this one, the Dogs begin their 18 SEC slate at South Carolina Tuesday, January 8th. The Gamecocks, along with Alabama, Auburn, Kentucky, and Ole Miss, are the 5 teams MSU will face twice in SEC play. Tip-off for tomorrow's game is set for 11 a.m. And the football team has arrived in Tampa ahead of the New Year's Day Outback Bowl against Iowa. The team spent Thursday afternoon in meetings and walkthrough practices, while a number of the guys spent their evening watching the Tampa Bay Lightning. A lot of festivities leading up to this one. All the action kicks off at 11 a.m. Central Time at Raymond James Stadium on New Year's Day. The playoff-bound Saints will host the Carolina Panthers this Sunday in the NFL's regular season finale. And while the Saints have clinched the NFC North's #1 seed and Carolina's out of the playoffs, the stakes in this one are pretty low, other than a few records that could be broken. Coach Payton pointing out that a win would be the Saints' 14th of the season, the most wins in a regular season in Saints history. Some other records on the line. Drew Brees has to throw for just 8 yards to meet the 4,000-yard mark for his 13th such year. Mark Ingram needs 118 yards on the ground to break the career rushing yards record set by Deuce McAllister, while receiver Michael Thomas is 24 yards shy of breaking the Saints' single-season record for receiving yards. But with all of those records on the line, here is what Coach Sean Payton had to say about potentially getting win number 14.
Relative to where this team is at, I would say we found a way to win some hard-fought close games in some seasons. You know, maybe we weren't good enough in those situations, but we have been this year, and we've got a lot of football ahead now. I'm not ready to put a stamp on the season, but it's a chance to win the next one. What I like about this team and every one of us working is, you know, it feels too good to win. You know, there's too much work that goes into it, and yet, you know, there's certain key parts to that, and I think these guys understand that.
So with the regular season coming to a close, here's a look at where the rest of the NFC is standing. The Rams can join the Saints with a first-round bye with a win or a Bears loss. The Bears would earn the bye with a win and a Rams loss. And once again, if the Vikings win, they'll get that wild card. If they lose and Philly wins, it will go to the Eagles. And over in the AFC, the Chiefs, Patriots, Chargers, and Texans are all in. The Ravens would clinch the North Division with a win over the Browns. A loss would open the door for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the second wild card spot, also up for grabs. That will go to the winner of the Colts and Titans, who play on Sunday night.
So many things can happen.
So many things can happen. The Saints, of course, sitting pretty. They kind of have.
It's going to be a special season for them no matter what,
and
right?
Hopefully they can get win number 14. That would be pretty big. But hopefully at the end of the day, they go all the way.
Yeah, that would be the best thing, right?